What you talking about, boy? OT, what you talking about, boy? OT, what you talking about, boy? OT, you be talking that. OT, what you talking about, boy? OT, what you talking about, boy? OT, what you talking about, boy? OT, you be talking that. I'm on that radio, I speak it though. What's on your mind is deep though. We'll speak it though. We on the air, just take it there, I'ma take it there. Hold up. Yeah, I'm talking about it, but I'm real about it. I speak on it, but don't catch feels about it. We can chop it up like it's nothing, baby. Things that have you like, wow, now that's crazy. Now I know we getting, just take it there. Yes, this that OT show, baby, where we take it there. Like ATL, Friday, 7 p.m. straight to 9. This that OT show, baby, now we on that line. What you talking about, boy? OT, what you talking about, boy? OT, what you talking about, boy? OT, you be talking that.
What's going on, everybody? We here live here in the OT show on this late night with your boy OT. Hey man, I got a good topic for the day, right? So the topic for the day is relationships, right? So let's talk about it a little bit. What do men want? What do women want? What can we do to solve the situation? How can we do it? You know, because a lot of people got a lot of things to say. So tonight, on this late night with your boy, we giving everybody opportunities to talk about it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the invite out there. So if you want to just have a question and we can answer it, let's do it. This is late night with your boy OT. This is what we're going to be doing going forward. Hey, I just decided to do it. I was like, yo, let's just go ahead and do this, man. So shout out to everybody who's listening. You got any questions, any comments? So let's get right into it when we talk about relationships. All right. What do a man want? What do a woman want? How can we solve this problem? Because I know a lot of times when we talk about it, excuse me, right now, a lot of times when we talk about relationships or we talk about trying to date, right, or trying to have a little fun, as they say, what do we really want? So let's give examples out there, right? How is it dating a single mother? What can you do? What is the obstacles that you go through dating a woman with kids? What is the obstacle that you go through dating a man with kids? What is it? So we giving everybody plenty of opportunities to jump on. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to post it in the comments below so everybody can see it. And I'm giving you an opportunity to jump on and say something live here. Remember, this is for mature audience only. Only mature audience. So when you want to jump on and have a conversation, you can. Mature audience only. Remember that. So this is what we're doing. So mature audience only. So let's talk about it. So when it comes down to a man and a woman in a relationship, or, you know, could be woman to woman, nowadays man to man, whatever, however you feel, it's always obstacles. It's always situations that you might go through that led up to the decision that you made later on in life. Or you could have been in a relationship and all of a sudden it didn't work out and you jump right back in there. You didn't have time to heal, or you taking certain parts from your old relationship and bringing it to new relationships. Is that issues? Is that problems? Is that situations? So right now here on the show, late night with your boy OT. Look, know why it's so late night? Because I'm gonna have a drink on this one because we're gonna need a drink after these conversations that we're gonna have. I'm gonna sip on this drink real fast. Old man drink. So let's have this conversation. Do we take parts of our old relationships and try to bring it into the new relationships? Do we take situations from old relationships and bring it to new relationships? Let's keep it 100. You know what I mean? For me, OT, certain parts I had to understand the healing process, right? So before you go dating or get into another relationship, or if you're in a relationship and your relationship is not working out right, try key parts. Try to figure out what you want. Try to figure out you're happy, right? Because no one can make you happy but you yourself. So if you're happy, then guess what? Everything else is cool. Because the old saying that I always hear is, you don't make me happy. I can't make you happy. I can make you happy on certain levels, but I can't make you happy. What up, cuz? What's going on with you, man? You know what I mean? Hey, listen, and when it comes down to that, where do we find that borderline? Where is the happiness in? Right? So let's talk about it. You got a question, you want to talk about it, you got a little situation, you want to talk about it. It's late night with mature audience only. We here late night chilling with your boy OT. You know what I mean? So let's go through a scenario, right? Saying that you was in a relationship and your relationship didn't work out right. And now you decide to jump into another relationship. And that relationship is on the rocks. Is it because of you? Because you didn't heal from your previous relationship? Right? Or is it because you don't want to deal with certain situations, or something that person did triggered you? Triggered you. Hey, what's going on? Triggered you. Did it trigger you? So I want to know what happened. So, because you can't always take certain parts in a relationship that you had and bring it into a new one, right? And I know we all got habits of doing it. OT, I could say we all got habits of doing it, right? It could be something that someone did to you, and then that person says the same exact thing or did the same exact thing to spark you to flip out. If I'm lying, tell me I'm lying, right? If I'm lying, tell me, OT, you're lying. Because I know I'm guilty of it. I'm guilty of it, right? Person says something that sparked it, right? Why? Why did what that person said spark you to flip out? Is it because you was hurt before? What the old relationship did? Was it? Is it because of what someone said that sparked it? Or and I want to say people hyping you up. People hyping you up. Let's go. It's people hyping you up. So look, check this out, right? So there go right there. Y'all see it right there. If you want to have a conversation about it on air, right? You want to say, you know what, OT, why is it blank, 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 blank? We can have that conversation. There go right there on Facebook. All you gotta do is click on that. Click on that, you on, right? Here it is on YouTube. Click on that, and you on. Let's talk. Late night with your boy OT. Let's talk. Because I'm always willing to hear what people have to say. I'm always willing to hear how people feel. So, how do you feel? You know what I mean? What can you do to share what I'm talking about? If I'm live on there, hit the share button, let people hear it. That's what I need people to hit the share button, let people hear it. Now, I want to talk about one topic that always gets me right. We have a lot of single women out there, and we have a lot of single men out there. And I keep hearing a whole lot when it comes down to certain men. I'm not going to say all, I'm going to say certain men. Says, yo, she already got it all. What can I bring to the table? That's a good question. But it's simple. If she already got it all and she's so interested in you, then you already brought something to the table. She already like you. What else is to say? As the young people say, she fucks with you. So what are you getting mad about? Why are you feeling some kind of way about it? She already messed with you already. Men. And it's the stigma. I gotta say this, right? It's the stigma, right? So I want you to think about this. I just want y'all to think real fast, right? It's the stigma out here that's saying that men are intimidated of women who got it. I don't think so. I don't think so. I think that's a bag of bullshit. Why should I be intimidated of something that you already had that I know that I can get some of that? Right? Prime example, if my woman making $100,000 a year and I'm making 50, we got $150,000. Why would I get mad? Because I'm going to get some of that. I'm going to enjoy some of that. Right? Men, women, always a conflict. It's always a conflict all the time. Is it stuff that we don't want to hear? It's stuff that we do want to hear? Some of y'all women off the chain. I don't want to say it. Some of y'all women off the chain. Some of y'all men is off the chain too. Like, come on now. I got this rule, right? I got this rule. So we say 100% in a relationship. 100%. You got to be 100% in a relationship. I want this person to be 100 with me. So my rule is, for me, 80%. I can deal with the 20. If that woman has 80% of what I want, I can deal with the 20. She makes me happy, which I do have one that makes me happy. She makes me laugh. She support. I'm with it. 100%. She got other little issues. If she got 20% issues, I can work with that. I can even work with 70-30. 70-30 rule. She got 70% of what I want. 30% I can deal with. Because see, you can always try to change the 30% and make it go down. Some of y'all women want, my dude gotta be 100. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody out here being 100 about nothing. Let's keep it a bean. Ain't nobody out here being 100 about nothing. So how can you expect to have a person that's being 100 to be 100? Nah, that ain't happening. That ain't happening at all. We just gonna keep it. We gonna keep it truthful. That's not happening. So, what is OT 80-20 rule? 80-20. 80% of what I expect out my woman, 20% is what I could be able to deal with. Because everybody got flaws in relationships and things that they do. Everybody got flaws. There's no one out here that's perfect. Because if it was, this world will be fucked up. Excuse my language, but I just had to say it. If it was, this world will be messed up. Because everything would be too perfect. There's nothing to complain about. We'll all be like, oh yeah, she's perfect. Not, man, sometimes, man, she be snapping out on me all the time. Well, if y'all go get this book, I'm going to tell you about this book because I just had the author on it. Y'all go get this book, Intimacy, The Answer to Intimacy, Why Men need oral sex and why women need to talk, it'll drop some jewels on y'all. It'll give y'all some jewels real fast. And it's funny because it don't even have nothing to do with uh oral sex like that, to be honest with you. The book is good. The book is good. The book is good. The book is deep. The book is very knowledgeable. So go out there and go read that book from author Miss Toya. Definitely go get that book. So dating, we want to get on this other topic. Dating a single mother. What do y'all expect? She got kids. Right? She got kids. Somebody got to babysit the kids. You know you're going to be around the kids sometimes. She can't do certain things. So I put this out here. You want to date a single mother. Because I dated a single mother. You want to date one? You got to know boundaries. You got to know the ins and outs. So I'm going to give you a little bit of jewels on it real fast, right? You got to find out when she's free. You got to find out when she's able to go somewhere. Don't do no spirit of the moment shit. Sorry for cussing, but I'm just going to keep it a bean. Don't do no spirit of the moment crap, basically. Like, yo, I'm out at this bar, come through. Nah, player, she got kids. Unless her kids is grown, that she can do that. But if her kids ain't grown, nah, bro. So don't expect her to shoot at you to a restaurant or something on the spirit of the moment. They take planning. And I ain't talking about a week of planning. You got to do like, hey, listen, 3 weeks from now, let's go to the beach. And I'll tell you this. Pay. If you really serious about her, honestly, pay for the babysitter. Pay for the babysitter. Because you're going to get paid at the end, player. Pay for the babysitter. Why not pay for the babysitter? Why not have conversations and pay for the babysitter? Pay it. What's wrong with it? But a babysitter might cost you, what, $150? Maybe if she do it with family for the weekend, the family might not charge you nothing, but she still get you. Pay for offer. Yo, I pay for the babysitter for the weekend for me and you to chill out, to be together. Pay for it. Luckily, OT, I didn't have to do all that. Hers was a little grown. That's a fact. But pay for the babysitter. But once again, it takes planning when you're dealing with a single mother because they have other things to deal with. They have other things to deal with. So understand what up, cuz. Oh, all right. They have other things to deal with. Some of them might got crazy baby daddies. You know what I mean? Let's talk about that. Dealing with a single mother. Some of them might got them little coconut dudes. You know what I mean? That if if I can't have you, nobody can. You know what I mean? They a little wary of that when they a little bit too comfortable. You know what I mean? A little bit too comfortable. Stay a little wary of that. But hey, is she open to see you and chill with you and be with you? Be open to do some things. But understand it takes planning when you're dealing with a single mother. It takes planning. It's not no overnight flyby. Now, let's talk about the ones who don't have kids. Are they still out there? Are y'all still out there? Let me know, y'all. Are y'all still out there? Ones who don't have kids. Now, there's a lot of people that talk that talk that game, right? Oh, I can do this and I can do that, and I don't gotta worry about nothing, and no one can't tell me what to do. But when that time comes, like, all right, yo, let's go take a trip. I got something to do. No, but don't put that perception out there like you can do all these things when you can't. Don't put that perception out there like you that boss and you really not that boss. You know, be careful with the perception that you put out there. Because sometimes people get caught up in the perception, when it's really not true. So don't be like, yo, I love to take trips. All right, let's take a trip. I ain't even got my passport yet. Goddamn. Goddamn. I don't even got a passport yet. Well, you can't take a trip with me. I mean, you can't take a trip with me. So don't put that out there like you can do certain things, but you really can't. You know what I mean? If you are how can I say this? A wine drinker, stick to the wine. If you're a hard drinker, stick to hard drinking. Because I know a lot of times, when it comes to the dating scene, because I still date mines, right? When we can, we still date. She got her thing, I got my thing. You know what I mean? When we can, we still date. You know, I say this: the dating thing is crazy. Cause you can go to a restaurant, cause now things is opening back up. So now you can go to a restaurant. Don't be ordering shit that you don't really order when you go out by yourself. I'm just saying, listen. Let me go ahead and put this D out here. Don't be trying to order no lobster, shrimp. If you're a chicken person, like, come on, yo, let's really talk that. You know what I mean? If you don't know your wines, don't be trying to order some wine that you never even heard of, and then when you taste it, this shit is like messing up the side of your mouth. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't be trying to be something that you're not. Don't be trying to go to restaurants that you just see, like, yo, you know what? I've been here before. And then when you get there, you're looking at the menu, and it's like, what is that? Oh, I thought you've been here before. Don't be doing that. Don't do that. Fellas, y'all the same way. Don't do that either. Don't y'all do that either. Let's just keep it a buck. Don't do that. Fellas, don't be acting like that, you know what I mean, you got it and you really ain't got it. You know what I mean? Don't be talking about, I got that big wallet, you know what I mean? I'll take you out to eat, and all of a sudden y'all going to Applebee's for going to Applebee's to eat. There's nothing wrong with Applebee's. I'm gonna tell y'all that. There ain't nothing wrong with Applebee's. I love Applebee's. But don't be trying to goddamn take them on a, late night half off shit. You feel what I'm saying? If you built like that. You know what I mean? Like, yo, I could only get out at this time. Like, yo, I'm gonna swing past to come get you at 9. Like, yo, 9 o'clock, half of the restaurants is actually closing up. To be honest with you, the only thing is open is like the Applebee's, Olive Gardens. I don't think Olive Gardens be open like that. But the Applebee's and all the other places. Like, y'all better peep game out. You know what I mean? Y'all better peep game out. Like, look, yo, stop fronting. Stop fronting. You know what I mean? Stop fronting. Stay in your lane. Yo, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. You gotta stay in your lane. Don't portray something that you don't do. And that's true. That's real talk. Because a lot of y'all do that. Stay in your lane, yo. Ladies, stay in your lane. Fellas, stay in your lane. You know what I mean? Don't be talking about that you take trips, international trip. It's something that I learned. I learned this, right? I just learned this. All right. When you take an international trip, right? The airport, it'll say international, right? And then you got domestic, right? Ask yourself this question. I just want to know. When you go to Jamaica, do you go on the domestic side or you go on the international side? I want people to think about that. When you get dropped off at the airport, do you go on the international side or do you go in on the domestic side? And that's crazy to think about that. Because, when we talk about taking trips, do we really be taking trips? Like we all go to, Dominican Republic. I love the Dominican Republic, yo. That should be knocking. We go to Mexico, love Mexico. We go to Jamaica, love Jamaica. You know what I mean? Go to the islands, Nassau, Virgin Islands. You know what I mean? I love that. But when you start talking about international, you're talking about like Africa, you're talking about Europe, you're talking about Asia. I think you go on the international side. That's the trips that OT like to take. I didn't did all the other trips. I love it. Don't get me wrong. Let me tell you something. I would love to go back to my Jamaican. I love to go back to Jamaica. I just love it. You know what I mean? But when for me now I'm getting older, I want to explore more because I want to see culture, right? And what I mean by culture is I want to see us in paintings. In Europe, they have a lot of us out there that you can go when you can see paintings of us. So now I'm on like a history thing. That's what I want to do right now. I'm trying to explore history, trying to explore other international countries to explore how we are out there, what kind of situations we deal with out there. But back to staying in your lane. People understand we all gotta stay in our lane. Just stay in it. Women, y'all say y'all want something, and when y'all get it, y'all don't even know how to treat it. Let me go ahead and take a drink on this one. Take a take a drink on this one. When y'all say y'all want something and y'all get it, y'all don't even know how to treat it. I say, listen, I want a man that'll make sure that I'm okay. You get a man to make sure that you're okay. God damn, he be fucking calling me every goddamn time. Damn, leave me alone for a second. He always calling, talking about, are you okay? Do you need anything? Damn, leave me alone. I'm good. But you ask for a man to make sure that you're okay. Be careful what you ask for. Be real careful what you ask for. And when you ask for something and you get it, make sure that you take care of it because it might not come back around. So be careful. Be careful what you ask for. You know what I mean? Treat the person that what you've been praying about or you've been asking about, treat them good. You know, I'll be watching like little skits sometimes, right? And the person be like, yo, this is the kind of man that I want. This, Lord, if you give him to me, I'll make sure he good, right? Blank, 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 blank. That person walk up to you, you be like, man, get out my face. It might be just that person. It's just that person that you wanted. That's the person that you wanted. So guess what? You just missed a little bit of blessings right there. You just missed a little bit of blessings. So what I say to y'all is make sure what you ask for, you get. Take care of it. Take care of it. Because, we got this stigma out here that men ain't shit. Got a stigma out here that I don't want to be talking all loud. They don't even know what they want. But I actually tell you the truth, I really think people know what they want. But I think it's just the hard part of recognizing their flaws. I think that's the thing. Like we all got flaws, but we got to recognize our flaws and what can we do to help? What can we do to change our flaws or try to, have someone deal with our flaws? What can we do? So what I say is try to figure it out. You ain't got to jump in no relationship to try to figure it out. If you already in a relationship or you're not in a relationship, still try to figure out your flaws. See what you can do and how you can do it. Figure it out. You know, take a look in the mirror and say, what can I do to be different? It don't take it don't take much. You just gotta try it. It might not be an overnight thing. It takes gradual time. You know what I mean? Everything takes time. It's not a gradual thing. Right? Let me tell you this, right? And I know she don't like me talking about shit on the radio sometimes, but I gotta say this, right? So I prayed all the time, right? That, uh, I got an old country woman. I got a country woman. So I prayed that, she stopped smoking Black and Miles, to be honest with you. Prayed about it. It took time. But when it came true, I'm fucking happiest man in the world. It takes time, right? It takes time, y'all. I'm telling y'all, it takes time. It don't happen overnight. But that goes to show me that, guess what? She did it. And I appreciate it, right? But it took time. It took years, bro. But but it happened. And I'm happy about it. You know what I mean? Shit happens. It takes time, y'all. Understand that. So if you got a man or you got a woman, right, and you real serious about them, and you really do love them, and you really do care about them, and and you really, hey baby, I love you, and this is what I want. Well, guess what? At the same time, that's what you want, and you go ahead and you do it. You do it. If that's what you want, then I would say to you, honestly, do it. It takes time, y'all. It takes time. It takes time. You know what I mean? And the time that it takes to do something, it's not overnight. You can't do something overnight, yo. It's not. It's not an overnight fame. Not an overnight fame. So from me to you, I would tell you, from me to you, I know, woman, man, I know you got this flaws, but I'm praying about it. I hope it comes true. If it comes true, you know what I mean, and things start to happen.
But that goes to show.
Guess what? Guess what? When things start to happen, I'm going to say to you, it worked. It worked. Believe me when I tell you, it takes time, y'all. It's not something that is like, oh, you know what I mean? She ain't doing it the right way. Bro, all this take time. Everything takes time. Relationship take time. So if you really feeling that person and you really feel like that person loves you and that person cares about you, then I'm going to tell you it takes time to make it work. You know, we got some good brothers out there. We got some good brothers out there. We got some good sisters out there. We got people out there that are good. Just give them a chance, y'all. Give them a chance. And when you give them that chance, they're going to love you for it. That's what I'm going to say to y'all. Give them that chance and they're going to love you for it. So, sound like you talking to, cuz. Yeah. I mean, that's real talk. Give them that chance. Because at the end of the day, we all got flaws. We all got something that we're dealing with. And I talk it. I talk it. I talk it like this is what I do. Cause I got flaws. I ain't gonna front to you. I got flaws. You know what I mean? But I'm dealing with my flaws. Trying to change my flaws. So when you see me, I'm the same person that you see right here that's talking to you live streaming with you is the same person you want to see streets. No front, same person. We keep it 100 here on this late night. Because I'm going to tell you something. This was something that we was talking about for a minute, and I was like, yo, you know what, man? We might as well just go ahead and just talk about it, man. Talk about relationship issues. Talk about things that we can do to help one another. You know, what can we really do when it comes down to man and woman? Why do women be having attitudes with us men? Why do men be having attitude with the women? Right? Oh, okay. So my lady said, how many years and how many chances? Cause, well, I'm gonna tell you this. How many years is up to you. I can't put a point on that. Right? I mean, hey, you must see something in that person. Right? You must see something in that person to say, yeah, I love that person to deal with it. How many chances? Hey, I know people to give people 6, 7 chances. Shit, I got what 6, 7 goddamn chances, but they seen something in me to say, yo, that's that person. Love that person right there. So how many chances? I don't know. It depends on you. When you get tired, you'll know. When you get tired of the shit, you'll know. We gonna keep it a buck. You will know when you get tired. When you had enough, you'll know because guess what? It ain't gonna be no conversation. We won't be having no conversation. It'll be like, yo, I'm packing my shit and I'm gone. Or I don't even got enough. Well, 1,000 is too many. Well, hey, guess what? I say this to you, cuz if 1,000 is too many, then guess what? We won't be having this conversation. Because when you get tired of something, you just walk away. You don't even worry about the outcome. You will vanish. It will be like, honestly, like they said, when a woman stopped talking to you or she stopped having conversations with you, she be like, whatever you do, what do, how you better do it. When she really says that, see, it ain't gonna be the talk. When she really says it, you would definitely know because it's gonna be things that she don't do no more. And then you start seeing things come up missing, clothes come up missing. Right? She is about to escape you. She about to leave you. You know, hey, I know people that got more than 1,000 chances and they don't even know. But if you put a number to it, I guarantee you this. That person gave you more chances too. Always remember, it's always two sides of the fence, and the middle part is the truth. How many chances did that person give you that they seen in you? You know, 1,000 is too many. But how many did you have that the opposite sex gave? We just talking. We just talking, y'all. We just talking about what can we do to solve problems and issues and situations when it comes down to relationships. How can we do these things? What can we say? What can we do? Cause I want to tell you, it's a lot. 10 to his 1,000. Well, hey, I say this to you. You're still winning. So you must see something out of that 1,000 that makes you still wanting. Right? So is it, and let me ask this question, and it's directly to you. Little North Philly is directly to you guys, right? Let's ask this question. Good evening, good evening. How you doing? We're gonna ask this question, right? Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm gonna say this. Oh, okay, okay. What up, cousin? What's up with you? Appreciate it. Okay, all right. This is lady. Okay. All right, so let me ask you this question, and I won't say it to you. All right. We all been through relationship issues, right? We all been through something. So when you give chances, right? Because I know OT got a lot of chances. I'm keeping a beam with you. If she on here, I want to tell her to comment and say I gave him a whole lot of chances. If she's listening or watching, I don't know if she's listening or watching, but she is. My lady, comment and say, hey, if I'm lying, tell me I'm lying. You gave me a lot of chances, right? So when you give a person a lot of chances, it's something that you see in that person that makes you want to give that person chances. It's something that you can pull out that person. But see, here's the thing. That person gonna have to pull it out on his own. You could try to pull it out, but if he don't want to do it or she don't want to do it, it's nothing you can do about it. But I'll say this to you. At the end of the day, love strikes everywhere. And when you tired, and I'm gonna say it, when you tired, when you're tired, I guarantee you it won't be a situation no more. As they say to the song when a woman's fed up, right? She start packing her good and keeping it moving. When a man fed up, oh, you'll know. Oh, yeah, a real man fed up, you ain't gonna see him no more. Let's talk it. You ain't gonna see him no more. But we gotta understand this, right? We gotta look ourselves in the mirror and ask ourselves, what can I do differently to change the outcome of what's going on, right? So, prime example, if you go out too much, right, fellas, ladies, if you go out too much, and one day your lady says or your dude said, hey, you know what I mean? I want you to stay at home for the day. If you give him attitude or give her attitude about it, that's a problem. What is something that you're doing out there that she asked you? So she asked you to stay for a reason, or he asked you to stay home for a reason. So I don't want you to get mad because soon as you do something, right? Soon as you do something, it's gonna be some shit behind it. And let's keep it a buck. It's gonna be something behind that. It's nothing wrong of man or woman asking you to stay home for one day. What is out there that's so important that you can't stay home for that one day? Shit, yo, let me tell you something, man. I don't like watching certain flicks, shows, you know, whole lot of reality shows and all that good stuff. But you know what? One day she be like, yo, I need you to be here. Guess what, bro? I holler at you. I catch you up. I learned a long time ago. The streets gonna stay the same. The streets gonna look the same way it looked when you left. Where I grew up looked the same way it has been looking for the last 20 something years. Ain't nothing changed. Stay home. So what? What's the problem? I'll tell you this though. If you stay home, you might get some good. Let's talk about it. You know what I mean? You might get some good. Stay home. Shoot. Yeah. Facts. That's a big fact. You might get some good goods. And I'll say this to you, right? You might get something special. Because how you know that person ain't got something for you? Actually stay at home. Hey, boo, stay home today. I had to learn that. I had to learn that. I'm I'm gonna keep buck with you. I had to learn that. Right. Stay at home. Shit, man. I'm out, man. Listen, man. I'm done. So hold up. He asked this question. So if they don't stay, do what you ask. Should you take it that they don't really care? Honestly, nah. It all depends on that person. Do you feel like they don't care? Because if they don't, then that's how you feeling. Or how about this? Go with them. Go with them. Go with them. Say, all right. I mean, I'm going. How about that? Go with them. I'm going. Shit. I'm going. We chilling. I'm going. Let's talk. I mean, even if you don't even like going, because I'm going to tell you this, right? If you're going to go, don't goddamn complaining when you're going. Right? He said, all right, come on, let's go. Well, where we going? No, you said you want to go. Let's go. Don't complain. Don't complain. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to keep it a buck with you. Don't complain. Right? Because we quick to complain about where we going. So when he said, yo, I'm out, and you be like, oh, you can't even stay in, and flip it. Like, yo, I'm going, and go with him. Or go with her. But don't complain when you out. Right? So if you decide to go see a sports game or go chill over homies' cribs and stuff like that and chilling and everything else, do not complain. You want to deal with it. If you don't want to deal with it, then I advise you don't even say nothing. But at the same time, I want to tell you this. The person cares about you. Because if he didn't care about you, he won't be with you. If you didn't care about him, he won't be with him. Make arrangements. Take him somewhere or take her somewhere where she like to go. If your woman like going to a Mexican restaurant and drinking freaking margaritas all goddamn day, take her there and get her drunk. Right? Take it there and get her drunk. And get her twisted. If your man like going to sporting events or chilling in a bar watching a sporting event, take him there. Say, yo, we out. Let him go out there and chill and watch sports. Let him sit there and eat wings all day and drink beer. Or, sip on that cognac a little bit. Let him do that. Let's talk about it. Let's be 100 about it. Because, see, we don't like, as they say, taking responsibility, right? We love to complain about something, but what can we do to stop the complaining? My dude always going out. Tell him you going with him. She don't never want to go nowhere with me to certain events. Ladies, go there with him. But don't complain about it. Fellas, don't complain about it. Oh, she always out with her girlfriends all the time. Tell her you're going. Shit, goddamn it. Be that third wheel or that fourth wheel or that fifth, sixth wheel, whatever wheel you want to be. Be that wheel. Be like, yo, boo, I'm going with you. Oh, well, my girls don't like having no dudes around. And guess what? I'm gonna be that dude. Don't worry about it. Y'all can sit there and have margarita drinks. I'll sit at that bar. But I'm going. Yeah. You ain't even got to worry about driving, baby. Because I'll be your chauffeur. Talk about it. Let's go. I want to tell you something, right? Honestly, there's really nothing that you can't do unless you say it. Say that you're going. Say it. Or make a date for one another. If you want to go somewhere, make a date for one another. You got kids, make a date for one another. All right. She said, yeah, but let's be honest. Sometimes you can do all that you are saying and he still don't get it. That's true. But then So then I'm going to ask the question, what are you going to do? Hmm? And you said it with a little bit of capital letters, like you were screaming. Like, God damn, he still don't get it. What you going to do? That's the question. See, okay. Now the gang up is coming. I love it. I love it though. But this is real talk, right? This is real talk right here, and I love that right there. So he still don't get it. So what are you going to do? What you going to do? How you going to do it? What you going to say? That's the question. What are you going to do? Do you feel like that everything that you have done is going out the window? Talk about it. Like, honestly, can we really sit here and have this talking about it? I know. Because that's why I started laughing. But I'm good with this because this is conversation that we need, to be honest with you. It's about being together, and that's true. And I love the convo. I love the convo. And we talking about because guess what? Right here on this show, we family. Regardless of who it is, we family. Let's talk about it. So let's ask this question. And I want to ask this question. Do you feel like you did everything you can do? Do you feel like? Do you feel like you did everything in your power? Do you feel like that? Because if you do, have that conversation. Sometimes we got to take emotions out when we having a conversation. Because I know I got a big problem. Listen to me, and I'm going to tell you, your boy OT, I got a big problem with someone yelling at me. Like, we can have conversation, don't yell at me. So take the emotions out for a second and just have that conversation. All right. And when you have that conversation, let it be real. Like, don't be like, oh, you always doing something and that's it. Okay. That's just in my mind. I said, deuces. It's his laws, but my heart keeps saying trying. Facts. Facts. It's deeper than that because I have a child. Wow. Wow. Mm. How is it deeper than that? Because you have a child. Is the child keeping you to stay? Are you staying because of the child? I just asking that question. Are you staying because of the child? Right? Because when we start getting into that motion, then I'm going to tell you, neither one of y'all going to be happy at all. I'm just keeping it a buck. I just keep it a buck. Right? Sort of. Mm-hmm. Yes, child definitely changed things. Yes, does. Let's keep it a buck here. Right? And we keeping it. That is true. RW, that is definitely true. And that's why I love this conversation. All right? Because we're gonna keep it a buck. All right, so people forget who they are in a relationship with. Whew. Woo! Woo! That's something. That's something right there. So, okay. So right now, oh wow, one of my partners just hit me up. Right now, I'll say this to you, right? Miserable as fuck. Then you're hurting the child. And you're hurting yourself. Right? Let me tell you something. Right? I had that same mentality. If we want to keep it a buck, I had that same mentality. Damn, you know what I mean? I'm in a relationship because I want to keep everything together. Did the family counseling, did that. But then I had to realize something. Am I making my child happier? Am I? What can I do? All right. Don't you think your child will be more happier to see both parents happy instead of being in a household when both parents are miserable? Let's talk about it. All right. That my child will be more happy, even though it might hurt him a little bit, hurt her a little bit, and stuff like that. But to see the happiness between two parents, you gotta do it sometime. Yeah, we have to protect her mental. Yes. See, I got a girl too. I got daughters too. Yes. So how can you protect the mental when you mentally fucked up? Let's keep it a beam. You mentally fucked up. Because everything that person do is gonna piss you the hell off. Like I always tell people this, right? When you start hating your job, everything that happens at your job gonna piss you off. When you pull up, goddamn, they ain't even cut the damn grass and shit. And ain't got nothing to do with the job. Uh-oh. Now we talking. When you had a child in a toxic relationship, you are more worried about so you say oh conversation. Oh, that's conversation. So what I would say to you, and I'll be honest with you, I had to make that choice. And when I made that choice, I made that choice. Okay. So no white man involved. Right. But I think what he's saying is that the stereotype out there that people are actually looking at is okay, this is what this person says. Like you look at the Joneses, how to live with the Joneses, basically. So, you know, but ain't no white man, but the stereotype is you gotta be with the family, you gotta be with the family, you gotta be with the family. Listen, you ain't gotta be with the family. Because you gotta understand your mental. What is your mental state? What is your mental state? Your mental state is important too. Because if you ain't mentally right, how you think your kid gonna be? Right? If your kid, let me say this to you, for men and women, if your kids see that you mentally f***ed up and see that you pissed off all the time, they're gonna be the same way. They'll be the same way. Always the same way. So be careful when you talk protecting their mental. You got to protect your mental first. Okay. No, I think sometimes the parent, if you came from a broken home, you want to give your child what you didn't have, so you try to do better. At least that's what I think sometimes. That's true. But sometimes it just don't work out. It just don't work out. Listen, I was in a two-parent home, married. My mom and dad married. And guess what? They got divorced. It just didn't work out. Let's keep it a buck. It just did not work out. We can't keep paying that stereotype out there. If it ain't going to work out, it ain't going to work out. But you got to remember who you're dealing with. Remember that, who you're dealing with. You knew when you had a baby by that person was that way. I don't give a damn what anybody goddamn say, how they say it, whatever. You knew how that person was. You still lay down. And y'all still had it. You still bust off. It wasn't no mistake. It wasn't no mistake. It wasn't no mistake. You knew. You knew. Okay. So she says that's not true. Okay, so did the person change on you? Did they change? How was they when they was with you? I want to know, how was they when they was with you? How was that? Because I'll tell you this, all right? Signs was being shown through the whole course of any relationship. When I say relationship, I'm not talking about 1, 2, 3 weeks and shit like that. I'm talking about you start figuring it out after a while, right? When you start being in, you start figuring it out after a while. You start seeing it. So, what are the things that are being shown? Right? If a person sometimes, and we want to say, if you knew your person was always going out all the time, what you expect to happen, right? Oh shit! Now we arguing. No, no, no. See, here it is, right? I wouldn't say arguments. What I would say is, right? Y'all don't need to argue. Y'all need to have a real conversation. A real conversation. No games. You start off as a king, and then when it becomes toxic, you become a pawn. Hey, I'm gonna say this right here. Honestly, I agree with you a little bit. Stand, Joe. I agree with you a little bit on that one, man. Hold up. No, no. Most cases resentment setting when folks stay in a relationship because of the child or factor they deem as important is not help. But hey, it is not healthy. When I say this, right? There should be no arguments, right? Because when you argue with one another, and I always say this, but you know what? I got flaws too, right? And I keep it a buck too. When you start arguing, shit starts sounding like ain't nobody getting their point across. Because guess what? We start taking simple words and we make it to something big, right? You can say this right here. I love you, but sometimes you do this shit. You know what that person gonna hear? This shit. That they ain't gonna hear I love you part, they gonna hear this shit. And we all guilty of doing it. Like we ain't even hear the part that, oh, the person say they love me. Okay, all right, but I do this. All they gonna hear is this shit. Right? You won't never catch me talking about how a person was from the old relationship. Because I got with that person. I was with that person. I don't like hearing when people are like, oh, that person was a shit. Like, I don't like hearing that. Because you was with him. You was with him or you was with her. But what I do like to hear is, what did you do to get better? So it won't fizzle into your next relationship. But see, I don't want nobody arguing with their mate. I don't want nobody arguing. I don't want nobody flipping out or nothing like that. It just have that mature conversation. And when I say mature conversation, it ain't gotta be yelling. It ain't gotta be finger pointing, right? Because something that I learned a long time ago. When you love a person, if a person say something that'll piss you off, you know why? Because because you love that person. You love that person. All right. But the minute you stop loving that person, whatever that person say, it won't even piss you off. Hey, we here. We talking about it. You know what I mean? No disrespect to our woman. Huh. Watch what you say. Watch what you say. And that's why I said, we gotta always remember. Not always the case a person can bring you down from being on top. We really gotta watch what we say to each other, right? But at the same time, you have to learn this. When a person loves you, right, and you love that person, whatever that person say that can strike you, right, because you love that person. Yes. Spiritual too, yes. So understand. Uh oh. Mm. I agree. I agree. Should never discuss a relationship with the new relationship. Never ever. Never ever. Never ever discuss that. Because they're two different entities. Right? Two different entities. That's why I say we always be bringing our old relationships into our new one. I always say that. I always say that we gotta figure ourselves out first. But now when we talk about spiritual, right? Well, he need to stop. He need to stop. Let's just keep it a buck. He need to stop because you knew this is a whole different thing. So he need honestly. This is what I'm going to say. He need to express what triggers him. What triggered him to say certain things. Right. Let's talk about it. He need to express that. He need to ask that question. You need to ask. What did I do to trigger you to talk about your old relationship? What triggered you? What happened? Why did you just go off the deep end with this? Hey, I'm asking everybody, right? Share this right here. This is live. We're live. Share it. For more people jump on. Make sure you follow me on YouTube because you know your boy OT. We try to get the YouTube thing up too. But ask that question. What triggered it? All right. Something a person did trigger that person to say something. And I'm going to say this. Still not over the last. Need to go revisit and get the peace back. Grab your peace back. Sometimes you got to go backwards to get something that you left. Go backwards to get something that you left. To bring it to the front. Because you left something. It was some unspoken words that wasn't spoken about. Left something. But I'm going to tell you, don't bring in old relationships into new ones. And don't discuss new relationship with old relationships. Because at the same time, guess what? You was fucking with that person at one time. You love that person at one time. You gave a fuck about that person at one time. And we just gonna keep it like that. We're gonna keep it factuals. We're gonna keep it like that. So let's get on mouth, right? Because you know the stigmas out here that women mouths is reckless, right? And when I had on Miss Toya, she talked about that, right? Author Miss Toya, you know, intimacy, the answer to intimacy. That's her book. You should check it out. That's her book, right? And she talked about that. She said, you know, the reason why women are so loud because no one is not listening to them. No one's not listening. You're not listening. They said, think about this. Imagine she have an attitude and she send you a one text, right? And it could be 4 or 5 words. And you give her an answer back, and next thing you know, you get a text at the ding, 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 because you ain't goddamn listening to nothing the hell she said. She said that, and that struck your boy OT. It struck me. I don't keep it a bean. It struck me. It made me start thinking a little bit better. Damn, that's the reason why she be so damn loud all the time. You don't never listen to what I gotta say. Shit. Now I see why. Why you do be yelling? Make you start thinking about some things too. But I'm just so happy that, and I'm going to say this, that we can have these discussions, right? And let's heal from it, right? If you, and I'm going to say this, if you love that person, and that person really love you, Y'all should be able to work it out. He said, "Can you talk to your boss like you talk? Can you talk to your boss like that? You get fired respect. Wasn't in the household as a kid. Wasn't in the household as a kid. Hey, so that's a deep one. So why do you think that? And I'm gonna ask my man, Joe, why do you think that women, some women, like to talk to you reckless? Why do y'all women talk to a lot of men reckless? What what is that trigger? What triggered that? What did you do or say wrong, or what did that person do and say wrong? Right? Why? So I say this, right? We all bosses, right? We don't have to really say that we're the man of the house. The woman already know the things that you said. Uh-oh. Laws that was built to destroy households. Now that right there is a whole nother topic, bro. And I'm gonna keep it a buck. That's a whole nother topic because I can tell you about some things of of why different things is destroying the household and stuff like that. But okay, lack of respect perhaps regarding the situation at hand. So let's ask that question. I'm glad. Matter of fact, I want to keep that up right there. I want to keep that up right there. Lack of respect, perhaps regarding the situation at hand. Why was that situation not respected? They want the man to become weaker. Okay. Hey. Okay. So lack of respect. To me, I don't really think that no woman want a man to be weak, and that's just my opinion, bro. I'm just gonna keep it a buck with you because they want that strong man, right? They don't want him to be weak. So I don't. We family because this late night talk with your boy OT. So everybody come on here. We family, so we gonna talk about it. I don't think it's the lack of respect though. I don't think that the woman want to see you weak because she already know how you are. So I think right there we need to get that out that mind frame right there, and I'm just gonna keep it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. You need to get that out the mind frame. So I don't think when we talk about the lack of respect, right? Hold up. Someone, okay. Yes, I don't think it's a matter of one of the men we got things out of frustration. Yes, yes, yes. Woo, that's true. Parents never called the cops unless it got physical. Unless they got physical with one another. Oh, now we going in. Everybody starting to see the comments. Family. Now we talking. This is all. This is OT. I appreciate everybody commenting. I love this. I love it because this is dialogue. This is dialogue that is needed. Right. I agree with you. RW is the lack of understanding more than the lack of respect. I agree with you. Tia. Yes, it's they don't want the man to be weaker just out of frustration. But right there, when they start calling cops on you, I say when the physical aspect. That's when they get physical. Should I say call the cops on them? Goddamn shit. Nope. No one should be putting their hands on nobody at all. No one should be putting their hands on nobody. So we want to keep that like that. Don't put your hands on nobody. You shouldn't have to put your hands on a person. You could talk to a person without putting their hands on them. Right? I want to say this notion too. Right? And I know sometimes that it's kind of hard to, ladies, and I want to say this to you when a dude be like, yo, get out my face, I'm about to go. Don't block him from going. Don't block him from going. Let him go. He be back. Let him go. Frustration. He back. Let him go. But we all got to start understanding each other, right? Because when we go through situations, the person don't understand why you're doing certain things. So you need to bring that to that person's attention. Like, hey, keep it a buck. Hey, I don't really understand why you like going out so much. Help me understand. And when a person give you that answer, and it's a truthful answer, don't get an attitude about it. I'm going to say that. Don't get an attitude about it. Take it on the chin. How they say, take that shit on the chin. We say, you know what? Sometimes I just don't like being around you because you do this, 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 this. Or the woman says, sometimes I just don't like being around you because you always be doing this, this, this. Man would be, bro. Let me tell you something. The day now, shit, right, bro. I'm gonna change. You better change that narrative. Oh, okay. Yep. We speaking the narrative. The narrative. I want to tell you this, right? The narrative. I'm gonna tell you this. You put your hands on me, I'm calling the cops. That shit, bro. Cause I'm gonna tell you something. Put your hands on me, I'm calling the cops. You know what I mean? Look, you call me weak all you want to. and I'm gonna keep it a beam. Cause you best believe they call the cops on you fast as hell. Put your hands on me, I swear, I'm calling the cops on get your ass locked up. Don't put your hands on me. If I don't put your hands on you, don't put your hands on me. Because regardless of how you might look at things, should give you a black eye. Who you gonna say gave you that black eye? Crickets. Crickets. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna look weak, but just don't put your hands on nobody. Nobody shouldn't be putting their hands on nobody, period. And I won't say that. You know what I mean? I don't condone that kind of notion at all. But you need to help me understand why you do the things you do. Help me understand why you don't feel these kind of things. Yep, not no kindergarten response. Now, when you say kindergarten response, right? It might not be the response that you want to hear, but it's a response, right? Because I'll tell you this, a lot of people. Oh, you want to say you was fighting? I feel you on that one. But don't be scared because the kindergarten response, right? So I got to say this. Are you going to feel some kind of way if it's a kindergarten response? Do you feel like you're being disrespected if a person talk to you like you're a kid? Because you might don't understand it? But if the person responds to you and give you your answer that you want, it doesn't matter how it comes out. The answer the person is giving you, they're giving it to you. Regardless of a kindergarten response, regardless if they put it down on paper, regardless of any notion, they're giving you the answer. But you got to understand. Listen, I understand it don't fly with you, but I'm going to say this to you. Do you want the answer or not? Regardless of how it comes out, do you want the answer or not? Because we grown. This is grown folk talking. We grown. Do you want the answer or not? Because if you don't want the answer, don't ask that question. If the response is not what you're looking for because it's not on the level that you are looking for, well, guess what? You don't really want the answer then. Oh, real rap, bro. Asked the woman, we try to chuck the man, make him soft, and then, then he's not a good man. What What is a grown man answer? Let's ask that. What is a grown? Give Give me a question, and I'll give you an answer. Give me one of your questions that you'll ask, because I want to know what is a grown man answer. An answer is an answer, right? Regardless if I don't know what a grown man answer is, but an answer is an answer, regardless of how it comes out. Honestly, so we got to get over this notion of the answer that you want. Like, an answer is an answer. Hold up. But the question is, what kind of answer? What is a grown man answer to you? No one. I want to know what's a grown man answer. I really want to know this. What is a grown man answer? Because we can say, hey, y'all be giving us little kid answers, little girl answers. What's a grown woman answer? But you got your answer, and that answer is not good enough because he didn't translate it or she didn't translate it the way that you want it to be translated. Let's keep it a buck. The person, no answer in relation. The person gave you the answer. Okay. If I ask you to help me understand why you hang out daily, you say I don't know. Now that's not grown. Ooh. Evidently, he probably don't know. So then you need to ask this question. Well, why do you go out? If you don't know, then why do you go out? Ask that question. See, I like how you say it. The person said, I don't know. Then you ask that question. Well, if you like to hang out, then why you don't know? Oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Or he say he don't know because he don't want to hurt the feelings. He don't want to hurt your feelings. I want you to think about that. So then you ask the question, it ain't going to hurt my feelings, and you got to make sure it don't hurt your feelings. But are you being truthful to yourself? Because what the answer that you might be looking for, it might be he don't want to hurt your feelings. I mean, Joe said that you probably don't pay him enough attention. But that's an answer. But he might, honestly, he lied to you because he don't want to hurt your feelings. Feelings get involved. Feelings get involved. Grown man, good man, what happened to just being acting like a man? Our ancestors never wanted to be treated as anything other than a man. Who started this shit narrative? Yo, hey, I can tell you who started that narrative. I can tell you. TV, society, what we see. Can you deal with the truth? Can you deal with the truthful answer the person give you? Because I don't know is a cop out. And I won't say it because I used to say it a lot. Man, I don't know. Because the answer that you really want to give, you don't want to hurt that person's feelings. So now my question is, now what I do is, do you want the truth? Because it might hurt your feelings. Now after it hurts your feelings, nah, you know what? Nah, you say that. You talk about hurting feelings, but see, here's the thing, right? And I'm going to say this, right? When he gives you the truth, when she give you the truth, and you talk about hurting feelings, are you going to get mad even more with that person? No, see, it's always the outcome behind it, right? So if he tell you, you know what, I go out because I like to see other women dress. I go out because I like to see what they do. Not being honest, playing with someone, the bullshit hurts more. Uh-oh. Do those? Nah, man, y'all talk about y'all like to hear the truth, man. And and that's what y'all say. But let me tell you something, man. That's that BS. That's that BS. And I'm gonna say why it's that BS, right? Because we tell you the truth, the next thing you know, right, you gonna bring that up again. You gonna bring that up again. Cause that's what y'all do. That's certain ladies do that. That's what y'all do. Don't bring it up again. Nah, but y'all say y'all don't want the BS, but when it comes down to it, let's go with it. Nah, it's, listen, you gonna bring it up again. It's gonna come up again. It's gonna come up again. Don't listen. You say you want to hear the truth, and that goes for both parties. You say you want to hear the truth, but that shit gonna fucking hurt. When that truth come out, it's gonna hurt. But you gotta be upfront about it. How you know the truth be lies? Because that's what you think. That's what you think. How you know what is the truth? Now I'm gonna say this, right? I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna keep it a buck, right? When you say he be lying all the time, what's the point of even having a conversation? Because you're gonna think everything that comes out that person's mouth is a lie. Then there is even no need of a conversation. I know you're gonna lie to me. Well, my conversation is over with then. Because even if I tell you the truth, you're gonna think it's a lie. I like going out because I don't like dealing with you and the goddamn kids. All right. That's gonna hurt you. Now you want to keep it. That's gonna hurt you. That's gonna hurt you. Fellas, if your woman say, you know what I mean, because I go out with my girlfriends because I don't like dealing with your black ass. Let's give it a buck. That's gonna hurt you. Damn, man. You know what I mean? But you gotta have that conversation. All right. I feel that, but don't get an attitude about it. You know what I mean? And say, oh, you know what? I don't like dealing with you either. And I go out with my friends. No, yo, just try to break down the situation. We all gotta try to start breaking down the situations. You know, right? Because you know what I mean? Like, listen, because at the end of the day, if you say that, right, don't be getting pissed off about it. You know what I mean? Don't be like, all right, well, you know what? You don't like dealing with both of us. One day we just gonna just leave for the weekend. You got the whole house for yourself. I guarantee you. Let me tell you something, yo. Let me tell you something, and I will keep it a buck with you, right? We have a whole lot of fun when we be in the house by ourselves. While y'all think, if y'all take the kids somewhere and y'all think that we be out in these goddamn streets, let me explain something to you. We be in the crib chilling, having a good goddamn time. I know I'll be in the crib chilling, having a good ass goddamn. Take the goddamn kids and y'all go away for 8, 9 goddamn hours. Let me tell you something. What I'll be doing, walking around my goddamn box off, chilling. Hey, I can tell you, boy, to what? Man, listen, go away for the weekend. Man, I'll be in this goddamn crib chilling, sleeping where I want to sleep, be downstairs, pick pants anywhere I want to pick the pants at. Shit, I ain't going sugarcoat shit. I might not even watch for 2 goddamn days because ain't nobody here. I'm chilling. You know what I mean? I ain't got to hear nobody. Mom, ain't nobody got to tell me nothing. Man, listen. You don't like them goddamn kids. He tell you that the unit goddamn kids go somewhere for the weekend on his expense. Like, all right, but since you don't like dealing with us, here it is. But I'm going to tell you this. When you said, make sure he don't get mad, you be like, you know what? I don't like dealing with you and the goddamn kids either. Right? Like, oh, what I'm going to do? No, this situation that you put yourself into. But I know sometimes we play tick for tat. You know, that's what we do in relationships. We play tick for tat. You know what I mean? But at the same time, do you really want to hear the truth? Or do you want to just hear what you want to hear? Are you going to bring up situations if the person tell you the truth, right? Into an argument. Prime example, right? I'm going to give you that same example. I don't like dealing with you and the goddamn kids, so I go somewhere. Everything is settled. He told you the truth, right? A week later, y'all get into an argument. Yeah, because you said you don't like dealing with us. So why the hell are we here any goddamn way? Why did that even come up? That's why I say you don't want the truth. Because you're going to bring it up later on. Understand that. Fella, same way. I'm telling you, we the same way. Don't get it twisted. We the same way, right? If our woman tells us, you know what? I don't like being. Reason why I go out with me and my girlfriends all the time, every Saturday at this time, because you don't do shit. We don't go nowhere. All you want to do is up there. You want to play your video game and anything else, and you want to do this and you want to do that, but you never had time for me. Don't get no goddamn attitude. Don't get no attitude. Oh man, but I believe faith is everything in relationship. I love her to death, but truth be told, causing women. Yes, but see, women are emotional creatures by nature. They're supposed to be emotional, and they do act off emotions. That's what they do. That's their nature. That's their nature. Man, I'll tell you this though. It hurts when it's on the other side of the fence, though. It hurts. Right? It start to hurt. How can you truth? Oh man. Well, how can you? Emotions when it comes down, hold up, but I agree with you. I agree with you, T. I definitely agree with you. That's why y'all gotta find common ground. You gotta find common ground. You have to find common ground. Right? And when you find that common ground, what can you do about it? Find a common ground. So I would say to you and to all that we all got to find common grounds in a relationship, right? We all got to find the truth in each other. Do you really want the truth or do you want the lies? And if you call a person a liar, you be like, oh, you're always lying, then the person ain't going to really tell you nothing because you already got that understanding that whatever you say is going to be a lie. It can only be one king and it can only be one queen. Because in reality, the queen rules the goddamn kingdom. The king protects it, the queen rules it. And that's history. That's facts. That's facts. It's always only one queen. I know history might have a whole bunch of wives, but there's always that one. You right. Yeah, I'm changing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, 'cause you right. But if you right, don't get mad about it. If he's telling you you right, don't get mad about it. You know? Man, listen, man, because you know good and well ain't no goddamn Santa jumping down your goddamn chimney. Bro, half of us ain't have fireplaces. What goddamn chimney he jumping down? We all know who Santa was, our parents. Let's say, oh, I should never said that. Should have. What do you, oh, I can't mess that up. But look, we all love is an action. Act upon it. Yes. Oh, see, hold up. Wait a minute. No, no. Let me go ahead and say this one right. No, it's not to get under your skin. It's telling you that you're right about the situation. You're right. You're right. You're right. You right is not to get. See, let's change that narrative, right? Man said, baby, you right. He just gave you your answer. You right. Yeah, the tone is something. Yeah, yeah, the tone. The tone. I can agree with it. The tone. The tone. But regardless of the tone or whatever, the answer was given. He gave you the answer. It's not about how you want it, it's how you receive it. So let's ask this question, right? So what's the difference between his tone and your tone? Right? Same tone, just differently how they say it. So you'll get an attitude if you ask me a question, and I'm like, you know what? OT, you ain't shit. You know what, man? You right. Yo, listen, man, you right. You gonna get an attitude about it? Or are you gonna take that answer that he gave you regardless of the tone and be like, damn, he just damn, he just said I was right about the situation. So ask that question. Truthful, truthful, truthful. A tone is always right. Respect is a place you need to be. Yes, respect is a place you need to be. You know what I mean? Because guess what? When everybody comes home, nah, it's the truth. Yes, it's the truth. It's the truth. It's the truth. Respect is where home needs to be, and that's the truth. Because when you come home and after you get finished dealing with the outside world and everything else, you're coming home for peace. And when peace is not in it, it's the same way how it is outside in the world. Y'all don't really have compassion. Let me go ahead and get the hell out of this goddamn days right now. Y'all really had compassion? No, y'all don't really have compassion. Nah, I don't agree with that one. But I can say this though, and I'm going to say this, right? Respecting the home with each other. And I want to say that respecting the home with each other. We need that, regardless of how the tone is with the answer. You got your answer, right? We are not women compassion. They got tucked us. Yes, but see, we the strong minded, right? We strong. So it's in nature for our women to be the emotional, the caring. So they care for us, right? Because at the end of the day, even when we're hurting, that's when their compassion kick in. That's when they say, "Hey, baby, I love you. Be cool. You are right." So we gotta understand those two things right there. You know what I mean? when they do it and how they do it. Because sometimes we assholes. That's just call it like it is. Fucking assholes, yo. We are assholes. Y'all assholes too. We gonna keep it a buck, both of us, both parties, all assholes. But when it's time that we might be going through something, I guarantee you, our compassion kick in either way. At the end of the day. So I want to say that I enjoyed this right here. I enjoyed it to the fullest, and I hope that things that we said on here, true things came out. That we can understand that we all have flaws in any kind of way. OT still got flaws. I still got different things that I do too. And what can we do to help ourselves? Right? And I would say this to us tonight. I thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. I love the fact that we was on here dialoguing. I love the fact that, we all said different things and we all go through things. But at the end of the day, we all human. We all got flaws. We all do and say things that we don't like saying, but we say it anyway. Or things that get under people's skin. Or things to say to people, especially the person that you love the most, to piss them off. But look, today is the day. Tonight, as we done did this show, honestly, this was a success for me because I just decided to do a show and let's talk about it. It's basically a success. So understand this, right? And this is what I want to say from OT to you out there, everybody that's listening, everybody that responded. Understand that we do different things to try to get better. If you want to get better, you're going to get better on your own, regardless of what anybody's saying, how they say it. As you respect that person, regardless if it's the truth, listen to the truth. They told you, regardless of how the tone was, the person told you the truth. Don't get an attitude about it and don't bring it back up when it comes down in a relationship. Because we all tend to do that. The truth will set you free, but are you really free from the truth? Because you're going to bring it back up. Try not to do that. Love one another. Understand one another. Sometimes take time out for each other. Sometimes you got kids. It might just be the goddamn kids is getting in the way of everything. Go away for the weekend. Put on your calendar, y'all two to take a date night for y'all two. Try it. It'll work. Have a plan. Once a month, take a date night with each other. Right? Now since things are starting to open back up and cities are starting to open back up and people are getting, the vaccine and everything else, try it. Oh, you best believe we're going to have that relationship. Yeah, we're going to talk about that too. You know what I mean? And because they go through the same thing we go through. I'm trying to tell you, they go through the same thing. They go through the same thing. All relationships is the same, regardless if it's man to man, woman to woman. You know what I mean? Regardless, they all go through the same thing. They all go through the same thing. He ain't hear me. She ain't hear me. She ain't hear me. He ain't hear me. It's all the same thing. But I wouldn't mind having that talk. But relationship talk, honestly, it's for everybody, regardless of the gender. Everybody is going through the same exact thing. You know what I mean? All the time. Relationship is relationship, regardless. Now, hey, I want everybody to say this to your partner if you have a partner. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, because you love that person. Try to make it work. And if it can't work, then fucking go. God damn it, shit. I know it's hard to say it. People say, oh, I got to get my money up or I got to do this. Listen, If it ain't working and your mental state start getting too goddamn messed up and you feel like everything a person do is irritating the shit out of you, sometimes you gotta look yourself in the mirror and you gotta say, hey, I think this might be. But hey, make sure y'all follow me. Subscribe to me on YouTube. All right. I'm on YouTube, OT Radio Show 1. Subscribe to me. I definitely appreciate that. We can get the dings because pretty soon we're gonna be off of Facebook live. So the mission is to be on YouTube. So make sure y'all subscribe to me, hit that ding button. And we got a great show for y'all tomorrow. Tomorrow I will have on New Jersey Weed Man. Yup. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So tomorrow at 7:15 here on Facebook Live, here on YouTube, here on the OT Show on Facebook, I'm going to have one special guest, my guy, New Jersey Weed Man. He got his own shop up in Jersey. He's been fighting for this cause for a long time. He's well known, to be honest with you, very well known. And I'm actually going to have him on to come join us and chop it up a little bit. Let's talk. Let's talk about some things. But yo, I definitely enjoyed it. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate the love. I appreciate everything. So y'all make sure y'all check me out tomorrow at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time here, Facebook Live, here the OT Show on Facebook and YouTube, OT Radio Show 1. All you gotta do is just type that in. It'll pop right up on YouTube. So I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Hey, this was a good convo. Be blessed, everybody. Be blessed. All right. Peace and check y'all out tomorrow. Well, actually, today because after 12. Peace.